Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and you're tuned in to Madden 18 on EA Sports. Today, we've got an exciting matchup on tap. It's the Browns coming in at 7-3, going up against the Cardinals, who come in at 8-1.
Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Arizona Cardinals and the Cleveland Browns. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
Come on, let's go! Come on! Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Looking to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Cole. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So what will they do? On the ground, through the air, let's see. 2nd and 9. Again, it's Cook. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
He just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
Now back to throw. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. On 4th down, the Browns hand things over to the veteran Britton Colquitt to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. On 1st and 10, Kaiser. Flushed out right. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Cooper, the man in motion left. The first carry here for Ty Montgomery. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. From the gun, Kaiser. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. First down, here's the run with Cook. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
This call down near the goal line. And he takes this one in for a Brown score.
It's never fun for a defense to run on the field knowing that they're having to defend a short field. Just the idea of trying to limit an offense in that position, daunting for a defense.
It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Here's Kaiser. Looking deep downfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And some room to work. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
On first down, it's Taylor. Eluding the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. When tapping those toes, he tried to get both in bounds. He could not do it, though.
In tap dance parlance, could not complete the shuffle. All right, needed to get that shuffle down with both feet, not just one.
Is that what they say?
There it is. You know, put a little sand down on the stage.
I'll take your word for it, my man. 20! And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Isaiah Crowell, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think they're going to stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. That good for 22 and a first down. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Fresh set of downs here. To throw is Rodgers. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Now Rodgers throwing on second down. Flush to his right. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. First and goal from the 8. And again, it's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Second down here after the incomplete pass. Rodgers again now. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Jimmy Graham, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals have cut it to within a score. And that one makes it 14-7. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Chandler Jones in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. Throw left side complete. It's Cole. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. They'll come up on a 3rd and 4 here to start things out. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. 3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Williams, the man in motion left. First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now it's Rodgers. Well, this is caught by Williams. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. Cooper's got it. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard right at the 20. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. Slot man moves right. Rodgers going to give this one to Montgomery. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. And he goes in motion here in the backfield. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. That's going left, and Prater missed it. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little, and when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
They start the drive with Cook. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. Second down following the run. Now Taylor. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Let's go!
Now Taylor on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Chandler Jones in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. On second down, here's Taylor. Eluding the pressure right. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Third and long, it's Taylor. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here, 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning it into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back in the back 7, phenomenal.
And they'll send Williams in motion right. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Flush to his right. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. Give him 30 yards there. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Remain here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. They go play action for Montgomery, and now Rodgers. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. The Cardinals on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Here's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he's able to get up here to the 26. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Taylor over the middle, the catch by Coleman. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. A toss to Cook. Room to run inside the 40. Room here to run. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk.
And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Working from the gun. Rodgers. Flushed out right. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
Rodgers to throw on second down. Eluding the pressure right. And Cooper able to work his way open. That's complete. And now running right through it. And he is finally out of bounds across midfield at the 40-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 45 yards.
26.
On first down, Rodgers. Flush to his right. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it.
26.
A play fake to Montgomery. Now Rodgers. He's going to air one out. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Terrell Pryor in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cardinals draw a bit closer. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered. Defensively, a disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, but maybe we shouldn't be, because I know as a defender, you've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver because, remember, it's a spot foul, and it'd be first and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play. And that little bit of hesitancy often works really well for offense.
You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This one taken from the 7. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. Second down now after the incompletion. Now Rodgers throwing again. And he's got Cooper on the out route. That's complete. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Shedding through the defense. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. See if they stay on the ground for second down. In motion is the tight end Graham.
Reset. Hey, easy.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers escaping the pressure. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The Cardinals on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be third and forever. In motion is the tight end, Graham. Third and long for Kaiser. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up fourth.
And absolutely zero surprise that that one was incomplete, huh? I mean, truthfully, how many OCs have we seen with 3rd and 20 on their play sheet and go, oh, I've got the exact play to dial up?
No, that's just a head scratching down when you're facing a 3rd and 20. Tried to complete it, couldn't get it done. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12. Now Taylor. And that is incomplete. The Browns on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd down and 12. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. So it sails out of bounds close to midfield, and they'll say actually right at midfield. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Close there. He caught it, just wasn't able to stay in bounds.
And that's where the sideline, it was used as a 12th defender. You know, 11's legal. This one is an imaginary one that my college coach used to call Sammy Sideline. Sammy Sideline can protect you at times, and in this case, that's exactly what he did for the defenders.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. Flushed out right. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Third down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win, and the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Shift together here from the D-line. Now a give running right, it's Cook. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They run it again with Cook. And he's going to be run over. Hit hard as he'll be marked down at the 14. They'll wind up out. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he gets this one all the way up to the 40. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And just like that, it's 3rd down. The gun, it's Taylor. Over the middle, complete. That's Cole. And he's got enough for the 1st across midfield to the 48. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. A give. This is Cook. Despite the strong run, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Second down following the run. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together.
Let's go. Let's round. Ohio. Ohio. John, let's go. White 90. White 90.
They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on third down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. The Browns on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Here we go.
Now it's Taylor. A screen complete to Crowell. And he's got the first, but we also have a flag on the field. And they're already walking backwards. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
The Browns on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Taylor operating from the gun. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Rodgers handing to Montgomery. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. Caught left side, Williams. And he's going to go out of bounds at the 30-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. Rodgers to Montgomery on the draw, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That defensive front four has been very good. They have just not let the running game get going, have they?
Not at all. In fact, the entire offense just looking a little bit out of sync in this one.
Yeah, sometimes this is why coaches like 4-down defensive linemen, they feel like they can cover more ground when defending the run.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. On play action, now Rodgers. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. So they're operating in the red zone. First carry now for the backup, LaShawn McCoy. And, oh, a big collision there. He's hit and knocked backward at the 12-yard line. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. And the back goes into motion. Rodgers looking to throw on 2nd down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, he does have 1 touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him 1st and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a 2nd time in this one.
Might want the ball here on the next play. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
In motion is the tight end, Graham. Rodgers now to throw on 2nd down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
Flush to his right. And now another one thrown incomplete. How about the defensive stand here from 1st and goal, 3 straight incompletion?
Yeah, I think people are wondering why didn't they try and run it at least once in there. But once the first incompletion happened, it's almost like they were committed to throwing the ball from then on out.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I guess they're thinking their hands were tied, but in the 4th quarter, that field goal, it really might not help them much at all.
Yeah, I mean, you still need a touchdown. Another field goal does you no good, so it'll be interesting to see what the media reaction is if the score stays where it is.
Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now Cook running right. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Let's go!
On 2nd down, Taylor. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Let's go.
Taylor from the gun, he'll throw. And he's got his tight end, Njoku. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Getting late here in the 4th, and if this team has any chance to win this football game, their defense obviously needs a stop here. On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. Escaping the pressure right. And complete right side to Cook. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. So they're leading. They have possession of the football, and certainly this is where they just want to milk the clock. Handoff comes to Cook, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11.
Let's go.
Now Taylor. Got some real estate inside the 30. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Coleman. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this.
Ohio! Here we go! 38!
On the ground, it's Cook. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe. Really hard to believe. And now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it? Yep. 5 yards to go for the offense. First down and goal from that 5-yard line.
Here we go!
And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Shift together here from the D-line. They come out here in the eye. And from the 3 now, it's 2nd and goal. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just pound it in there.
Got to hold them to 3 to keep this a 1-score game. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. They'll run for it with Cook. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a spot here. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf.